On January 21st, 2023, we have East versus West 6 that's going down in Istanbul, Turkey. This card is going to be stacked from top to bottom. We have names such as Michael Todd, Jod Brzezinski, Petrenko, Angerbayev, Kotre, Curtis Cameron, Irakli. The list literally goes on and on. I'm going to give you guys my predictions. You don't want to miss them. Grab a coffee, sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's go, dude. So right before we get to the predictions, there was a couple matches that literally just got canceled. Oleg Zock was supposed to pull, Todd Hutchins, Rob Vajan. If anyone knows why, drop it in the comments below. I was looking forward to seeing Oleg Zock pull because he's the first arm wrestler who ever inspired me to arm wrestle. I always thought his left arm was ridiculous, and it was always inspiring for me to get large forearms. But getting that out of the way, so this list is not gonna go in any particular order. However, I will save the main event for last. So if you wanna hear my prediction for the main event, just skip through the video and you'll find it there. So I'm going to run through these matches fairly quick because there's obviously quite a few of them. I'll spend a little bit more time on the main event. But let's get it started. We have Angerbayev versus Michael Todd. I think Angerbayev wins this. Reasoning, I think that Michael Todd with his King's move, it's a little too old at this point. Angerbayev's top roll is so strong. And if you look at East versus West 3, when John Brzezinski went up against Angerbayev, I actually thought John Brzezinski was going to win that, but Angerbayev came on top and came back just by top rolling, and his hit is ridiculous. So I have Angerbayev winning this 5-1 or 6-0. Next match would be Jerry Catarat versus Georgy Shvetskov. Sorry if that's a little bit off. I'm not great with these names. But I think Jerry Catarat wins this probably convincingly. I would say upper of the 5 or 6-0. And the only reason is people are going to think I'm crazy because Georgie's low hand top roll is phenomenal. Very, 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 very strong. A massive dude. But I think with Jerry Catarat's endurance, which is very underrated. This guy can literally go forever. Look at the match with him and Devin. Look at the matches of him and WAL. The guy literally goes forever. And he just, his press is stupid. Like, try to get out of Jerry Catarat's press. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. So I have the North American Jerry Catarat winning this pretty convincingly. Okay, so the next match is gonna be Farah Osmanli versus Gennady. Now, originally I was leaning towards Gennady because his hook and his hand is just so strong and the horsepower, but Osmanli's low hand top roll and high top roll, very, very strong as well. I just think that his top roll will be a little bit too much for Gennady. So for the best out of 5, I can see this going, like 3-2. 3-2 or he'll win it pretty convincingly. So the next match is gonna be Babayev versus Paul Lin. I originally had Babayev winning because the guy's an absolute freak when it comes to hooking. But after watching a lot of highlights and getting a little bit of information on Paul Lin, just watching the tear that he's been on, it's pretty phenomenal. What he did to Gobchanadze, and like I didn't have Paul, like you can go back on my other previous predictions and I had Paul Lin losing this, and then he absolutely ran over Irakli. So I think that Paul Lin's hook's gonna be too much. I think his cup is gonna be too much, and I can see this finishing probably 3-2 is what I'm gonna give it. So Paul Lin, 3-2. So next match is gonna be Muratov versus Petrenko. I have Muratov winning this one. I think his hook's gonna be a little bit too much. His cup's gonna be a little bit too strong, and I also think he has a little bit more power. The only way Petrenko has a chance, in my opinion, is gonna be through top roll, which I don't think he's gonna get through. And if he does, I think he will gas out. So I have Muratov winning this 3-2. The next match, we have Ahmet Yener versus Robert Baxter. Yener is a guy from Turkey with a stupid top roll. So I can kind of see him running over Baxter. I don't know how close it will be because the amount of power that Baxter has. But I have this one going 3-2 for Yener. All right, so next match is going to be Corey West versus Osmanli. I think Corey West wins this one. I think after the loss at King of the Table 4, when he went up against Kurdecha, it was a little bit of a learning curve for him. The guy's an absolute machine. Can press like no tomorrow, has a crazy good hook, so strong. And I think if this is Osmanli's second match, then I think Corey definitely wins this. But at the end of the day, I do think Corey's a little bit too powerful for Osmanli. So I have the Corey West winning this one 3-1. So next match we have Arabuli versus Shaw. Arabuli is so strong. You can even look back when he was doing some sparring footage with Irakli Zirakashvili, and you could see the amount of power this guy has. But with Chance, I do think that, I mean, he's been an up-and-comer for a long time, and he's been running through the North America. But I think Chance's hand and his side pressure is going to be way too much. So I have Shaw winning this 3-2 or 3-1. But yeah, Chance is going to take this one. 3 matches left, and we have Coach Ray versus Doug Eric. I think Coach Ray will be a little bit too much. And the reason why I say that is because Coach Ray's, first of all, in hook is very, very good. He has a little bit of a smaller hand from my understanding, but it's very, very strong. But it's when he comes in, he has like a high hook or or pretty much like using a lot of shoulder commitment and getting inside a lot. And I mean, Coach Ray can top roll, he can hook, and he can press. I think he's going to be a little bit too much. I think he's going to be a little bit too skilled for Eric. But it should be a good match because, I mean, Eric is so powerful, especially in the top roll. As much as I'm biased towards Coach Ray, I do think Coach Ray gets it done. All right, so second to last match, we have Curtis Cameron versus Zurab. Now, originally, I was going to lean a little bit more towards Curtis Cameron because I think Curtis is I wouldn't say he's a little bit too strong, but the trajectory this guy is on has been phenomenal. He's been arm wrestling, I think, as of now for 4 years or 3 years. I think it's around 3 to 4 years. Could be wrong. But I've spoken to Curtis a couple times. I've pulled with him. I mean, obviously, we're not even close to being on the same spectrum. But I've seen Curtis take down some massive people. And Zurab, you can even look at the footage when Zurab went up against Ron Bath, which was at East versus West 2. I believe it was number 2, yeah. And he started to lose against Ron Bath, but then he came back, and a lot of it was due to being in the hook. Now, I think the only difference between Zurab and Curtis Cameron is going to be experience. If they had the exact same experience, I'd probably lean towards Curtis Cameron, but I have to give the slight edge to Zurab. But even though that Curtis Cameron is making shockwaves across the arm wrestling world, I do think that his time is coming, but I don't think he's there yet. I think Zurab takes this one. I don't even think Curtis wins one. I think Zurab takes this 3-0. Yeah. And the last match to top it all off is going to be Irakli Zirakashvili versus John Brzenk. Now, originally I was thinking that John was going to win this just based off experience, based off of hand control, based off of he could press if he really wanted to. And side pressure is phenomenal. His hook is great. So John is good and literally amazing everywhere. But I do think that Irakli's hand control is going to be a little bit too much. I think once Irakli gets a little bit of a low hand top roll, I think he's going to dig his way to victory there. Keep in mind, it is best of 5, so I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for Irakli, and I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for John as well. But if I were to call this match, I would think that Irakli would probably take this 3-2 or 3-1. But John can literally finish this anywhere. We're talking press, hook, top roll. I mean, everyone who's pulled with John has always said that his hand was stupid strong and very, very thick, especially his thumb. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm very excited to get the pay-per-view. You guys can find it on Core Sports, and yeah, at a very, very decent price. So go help support. But yeah, so that is my predictions. I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because some of these names I'm not very familiar with. I've seen just a couple matches, but yeah, it should be exciting. This video will be out soon, which will be about a week away from East versus West 6. So I think I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the predictions. If you did, go down, tell me who you think is going to win, because I'm sure my predictions are probably going to be very, very different from most people. I mean, everyone has their own predictions, right? So yeah, anyways, I'm going to drop it there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, consider liking, subscribe if you haven't as well. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.